Hey rivals, welcome to Back's Attacks. Today we're covering the Burning Lies event, which is the second in the Fireborn series. We'll look at the start of the event and 18 hours in. Sulric is on the rise. He's talking smack with his brother Anir, and he claims I am a god of Astara. Well, Sulric, I gotta tell you, there's only one god, and he's not born limited to level 30. Alright, so at this point, the event is about 1 minute from starting. There is a +2 bonus for using Sulric. We'll take a look at the score in just a second here. And so we're going to select him and get ready to start. I wish I had more Fire Promise. I'm not looking to use up any Pure on him, so we'll just have to go with level 11 and see how he can do. That'll be for 2 starting mana. This is going to be an individual event, not a kingdom event. And there'll be a ladder like we saw in the recent Anir event. And the leaderboard button hasn't shown up yet. I imagine that's going to come very soon, with 10 seconds left before the start of the event. And that'll give info on the prizes and what's needed to get them. And there's the button. Alright, event starts soon. Collect Undying Embers from battle to earn a Sleeping Flame Sigil to upgrade Anir or Sulric or Anir to rare or epic. And the bonuses you see here: fiery chests, some rings, some stones, some fire primus, some more fiery boost chests. And at the top there, for 850 points, that will get you the Sleeping Flame Sigil. That's a pretty good reward, and for 3 days, 850 points is a lot easier to get than the last one, so that's a very good deal. In addition, there's going to be a new Sulric statue, and that is going to help with your spell towers. It will have them give an extra 1, 2, or 3% damage for bronze, silver, and gold. So not too bad. I wonder how the statue looks. I haven't seen it myself yet. And there'll be some gold with that as well. Alright, the event is just starting. So we'll dive in and take a first look at a battle with Sulric, see how viable he is at low level. Now the key spell for Sulric is to get to his second spell for 10 mana. And so gathering up the mana needed for that before you get a range of the spell towers is pretty much the key to using a low-level Sulric successfully. Alright, so we'll start out with multiplayer just to get used to him here, where the bases should be a little bit weaker. And in fact, there is some free mana. Always nice to see. So we'll gather that up. The spell towers are all on the left side, so we're going to be coming in from the right top there. And the gold storages are out of range of the anti-air defenses too. And here come the troops. I'm not sure the spell towers are even in range of the stronghold. And I'm using a composition with 2 paladins, since we don't have any damage reduction. We want them to be able to heal themselves well. And just had so much mana there, I dropped down a Fire Elemental. Normally not his most cost-effective spell. It can be situationally useful, and sometimes it's good for cleanup. And we see 7 Undying Embers for that. That's 5 from the battle and 2 from using Sulric. And you'll get more for boosts. I'm going to save off on those now. There is a third week to the Fireborn series, and I'm sure that'll use fire boosts as well. So we'll see later in the event how important they'll be or how close I am to any kind of cutoff score. And here's a little bit more information now in the newsfeed on the Burning Lies event. You can see there the 3 days and how you get the points. And that's where the information is on the Sulric statue. And the point values actually goes up to legendary this time, so there'll be a range of 2 to 5 bonus points from the fire boosts. and you can get a single fiery boost chest here for just a few diamonds. It's actually a pretty decent deal. And then there's also a fire chest bundle, 2,300 diamonds, 10 battle stones, and 8 fire chests. The fire chests are those same ones that you see in the Sun Staff or the Fire Daily campaign. So actually there's a chance for Karis in those. That's pretty interesting. The cost of the bundle looks to be about the cost of the stones and gems, so you can think of it as getting the fire chest as thrown in for free. Now, if it's like the campaigns, that'll mean you'll probably get a fair number of elementals, some Primus, and a chance at Jal, Nocti, Emberclaw, and Karis. The other fiery boost chests do not have any elementals, it's just those bonus boosts. Alright, we'll just try one more out here at the beginning of the campaign. He worked fine on the last one, but the spell towers are really offset. Now here they're spread apart, so they're covering 3 avenues of approach, but not the 4th. It's a stronghold level 11, so this one shouldn't be too bad recently. That low mana is going to be the difficulty. I may end up trying to boost him later, but we'll see how he goes. I'm also interested in using Fire Primus for a Nier. I'd like to get Karis at some point, and my Jal needs a few levels as well. I did use the first sigil on a Nier, so I'll be using the second one on that as well. That's why I'm not throwing a lot of mana into Sulric. Now, if you're wondering which of the 2 ancients to use the sigils on, that's a really good question. And I think for most people, Sulric is going to be a great choice. He's very usable. That second spell is just excellent. It not only provides debuff against the spell towers, but it has the damage from spell towers. That's an excellent feature. And the third spell is okay, not a bad one, but not too good. And then the first spell is very wimpy at lower levels, but at high levels it can finally start doing some damage. So if you don't have Moloch, or if you like a ancient that is straightforward to use, you're going to find that Sulric is a great choice to use the sigil on. And if you instead like something a little different, something more strategic, but where you're going to definitely have a chance of losing some battles, or he may not be usable on all bases, Nier is also a good choice. So it kind of just depends on how you want to go with that. And if you're not sure, then hold off. There's no rush to apply them. You'll be able to do that later and kind of get a feeling from other people or from reviews here or more videos here and see which one you like. Alright, so we've done some player versus player attacks. Now let's go into the arena and see how he does there. Now this is a Stronghold 14 with centralized spell towers. So he's going to be put through his paces a lot more than on the previous spaces. We'll be coming in from the south, kind of laying down all the troops quickly. The idea here is that I'll be able to cover them all with one application of the spell, and the paladins will be able to support each other and all of the melee troops. So I'm going for a melee heavy mix here. And fortunately we did get up to 10 before we got in range of the spell towers, so I think this is going to work out okay. The flare tower is under construction, fortunately. And when we get to 10 and the spell wears out, we just recast that one more time, and the dragon is also right there in place. So that's a good example of the approach that you take with Sulric. It's pretty straightforward. It's applicable to a large number of bases. You really just need some space to get that mana first, and then cast the second spell. And keep a very, very close eye on when it's going to expire, so that you need to recast it. It lasts kind of 9, 10, 11 seconds, so that's a pretty decent duration. Take a quick peek at the early leaderboard, and I'm sitting here at 21, and the top guys already have 150 embers. They are just flying out of the starting gate. It's going to be interesting to see how the scores develop over time on this one. As the event goes on, I'll try to give you guys estimates of where I think you're going to need to be in order to be in the stature range. In order to get the sigil, that's a known quantity, so plan out your attacks at 850 for the 3 days. That's about 280 per day. And at 7 points each, that's 40 battles if you're using Sulric, about 50 or so battles if you're not. So hopefully that's a pace that many of you will be able to get the sigil. I'm definitely going to be going for at least that. We'll see how the statue goes. And we'll jump ahead here. This is the end of my day coming up, midnight. This is 18 hours now into the event. So about 3/4 of the first day is finished, and let's take a look at that leaderboard. Up at the top, folks have 8,600 or more points. That's incredible. The number 10 has 3,600. With 305 embers, I'm at rank 544. The 100 mark is about 977. So rough ballpark, you probably want to be at around rank 500 or so at this point in the game, though that's really a rough guess. Those ranks are going to spread out over the next few days, so we'll still have to feel that out and see how that goes. So I'm excited about the event. Hope you are too. Best wishes, and thanks for watching.